Hello, welcome to this update for the Atlantic. Let's see what's happening. We still have these two areas. The one in the Caribbean is now at a high chance of development and it's about to go into Central America. There's this yellow one, only 20%, so there's a bunch of dry air and wind shear already closing in there, so not very far before development. But let's see. Recent satellite derived wind data showed indicate a lot of trough low pressure continues to produce showers and thunderstorms extending a couple hundred miles of North Puerto Rico and Virgin Islands. Development, if any, of the disturbance should be slow to occur while it moves quickly west to west northwest around 20 miles per hour, continuing North Puerto Rico and the Virgin Islands today, and then near Hispaniola and the southeastern Bahamas this weekend. Further development is not expected due to stronger upper level winds by early next week. So yeah, let's see what happens. There's this one at 70% in the Caribbean. Let's see. Widespread showers and thunderstorms become a little bit better organized today across the Northwestern Caribbean Sea Association with a broad area of low pressure gradually becoming better defined in and north of eastern Honduras. Environmental conditions appear conducive for some additional development over the next day or so. A short-lived tropical depression or storm could still form before the system moves inland over Central America on Saturday. Interesting, Belize, the Yucatan of Mexico should monitor the progress of the system as tropical storm watches or warnings may be required later today. So be sure to check this site here for the warnings in the description and stay safe from the flooding. Regardless of development, locally heavy rainfall portions of Central America and southern Mexico through the weekend. So 70% chance this still could become something today, a small tropical depression. So let's see. There's the Eastern Pacific, this area in orange, so an air low pressure is expected to form in a few days well offshore the southwestern Mexico. Gradual development is possible thereafter. Tropical depression could form in the middle part of next week as the system moves 10 to 50 miles per hour westward, so 50% there. Western Pacific, no, Central Pacific's kind of quiet. So this is Invest 94L north of Puerto Rico. There's a storm or two in Puerto Rico, some showers, but nothing crazy. So just like that, there's just two models showing a track from this. So there's very little support. We're generally near Espanol and some areas. And just these two models have only like tropical disturbance or weak tropical storms. So like only one model goes almost to tropical storm. So this is like a failed system. It is not expected to be anything that big, but still better monitor. There's this track from the Canadian ensembles. Some of them does show a little bit stronger as it crosses into the Caribbean, but generally not much support. There's the GFS ensembles just killing it off, going north to the Atlantic, and there's the European ensembles. Doesn't show much there, like there's some support. It does show like a member two showing tropical storm or something, especially that yellow one, but not much support. But these European ensembles aren't giving up yet. Some still shows a little bit of potential there. And in the Western Caribbean, some show like tropical depression, weak tropical storm, but not really tropical storms, just like tropical depression strength. So it's only showing something very weak there. The Northwestern Caribbean, the GFS barely shows nothing there, and it isn't showing anymore that system that showed yesterday near the Caribbean, but does show some sporadic stuff, and shows that system Central America just like dark blue, like tropical depression strength 30 to 40 knot winds. So it might be a short-lived tropical depression, but like nothing crazy. But be careful those areas. So let's see if we have the storm information for Invest 95L. So this is the Invest in the Caribbean. You can see there's a lot of moisture, some very heavy rain northern Honduras. So be careful there. There might be some warnings there, alright, for this. So let's see. In this case, there are many models showing it. Most of them going to Belize. That doesn't show much strength, but does show going to Belize and Mexico. Might be some very heavy rain in southern Mexico because of this. Eventually, this might help form that low pressure on the Eastern Pacific. system there in the Eastern Pacific. So let's see the intensity guidance. There's a lot of models showing like tropical storm strength after 84 hours. That will be right on the Eastern Pacific, I think. Some show like category 2 on the Eastern Pacific, but in the Atlantic in the next 12 to 24 hours show like some models have tropical storm strength, but most like just tropical depression or nothing in the next 12 to 24 hours. So yeah, be aware, there could still be something. The models, I think I got here. So the GFS has this there very broad, kind of disorganized, goes into Central America, might be a small tropical depression, crosses through Mexico, might leave heavy rain there, and then shows another one getting going on the Eastern Pacific, a different system. And the European has this there now, very disorganized, might consolidate very quickly into a depression right before landfall, but then boom, it goes in. And very heavy rain into Belize, Honduras, especially Honduras and Guatemala and Belize, because this will go right into Belize and across Mexico, some very heavy rain. And the European still kind of developing, the one just north of Hispaniola, the Turks and Caicos, does try to turn this into a tropical depression or storm and go south of Cuba later. So still trying to do something there. Better watch. There's the Nevgen, shows that broad circulation there. It shows all the way to 904 pressure. This will be like maybe a tropical depression already. Then it goes to the southwestern Gulf. The Nevgen has this as a possibly a tropical storm over the southwestern Gulf of Mexico, and then goes into Mexico again with more heavy rain. There's the icon showing the low pressure there, a little more organized than the European, shows potentially a small depression at landfall. That structure looks tropical, and then it goes there, might be stronger parts of Mexico, very heavy rain there, and yeah, let's see. The Canadian has the disturbance there too, still might be something very quick, like 905 pressure, then goes into Central America with all that heavy rain. And it does try to spin up crazy things later, but nothing actually develops, just more heavy rain. So be aware in those areas. There's the hurricane models for 95L near Central America. So now it's like this, like 1000 something millibars by the HRF, but then the HRF before landfall strengthened this to 997 millibars. The structure doesn't look very organized, but 997 is definitely like almost like tropical storm strength already. So 996 at landfall, the HRF has some very nasty rain bands and storms for Central America there, and the Yucatan, so be careful. The problem is not the strength of this, the problem is the flooding this will bring regardless. Into southern Mexico, shows some very heavy rain later, and it goes on the eastern Pacific, probably gets to a hurricane. But the HRF usually tries to exaggerate far out on time. But there's the HEFS A, shows the system very disorganized, but potentially shows 999 millibars, but like very disorganized. Then it goes there, very heavy range Central America, and probably might get a little bit stronger on the Eastern Pacific, but the HEFS A still has this disorganized its whole life. So let's see. There's the HEFS B, it has it there, goes like 991 millibars. The HEFS B has this definitely tropical storm, 994. So gotta watch for that potential. And then it goes there, passes Mexico, and it's showing some crazy stuff out of nowhere. Good. So let's see if there's another one. There's the H1. It goes there. So now it's kind of disorganized, but it has all the way to 1000 millibars, making it for northern Belize. That looks maybe like a tropical depression or something. Then it crosses Mexico, some very heavy rain, goes to the eastern Pacific, potential tropical storm there later. So yeah, be aware those areas. There's Invest 94L, surrounded with dry air there, and this model still shows northern Venezuela. I don't know why, considering this is north of Puerto Rico, and there's the HEFS A, shows it also in Venezuela, This is absolutely weird. And let's see, but maybe the has a parent has a better view. So let's see. So yeah, it keeps showing like South America. These models are not right with their head. Let's see. There's the has the H1. It has it there, and the H1 tries to strengthen this. That's like Cuba, Spaniola. It does turn this into a tropical storm there and then dissipate. There's the Hef's B parent. Let's see. There's it there. Wait, there's the system near Central America. And then it keeps showing South America. I don't know what's happening. But yeah, please stay safe there. The flooding this still might bring. It shows there the European more than, let's see, more than 112 millimeters in Belize, 90, 107 millimeters, more than 146 millimeters in the Yucatan, so please stay safe there. Northern eastern Guatemala, more than 122 millimeters, 107. Northern Honduras, some very heavy rain spots, and all those colored areas might get some more intense storms, especially the northern coast of Honduras, might be very heavy storms. Southern Honduras, some more El Salvador, some showers, more storms near Costa Rica and Panama, heavier in parts of Panama. In all those colored areas, there might be rain and storms. Shows more Nicaragua, a storm or two, more rain there. Shows central Guatemala into Mexico, more than 150 millimeters, so please be careful there. 139 to 40 millimeters, 91 millimeters near the Pacific there. So please be careful with flooding parts of Guatemala and some areas. But the real, like, very hazardous flooding threat is in Mexico. So until next Wednesday, the European has more than 173 millimeters in Mexico, 187, 200. Right on the Gulf is like 297. It's like 400 millimeters in some areas of southern Mexico, like some valleys there like 415 millimeters. So this will bring some tremendous flooding. Please stay safe. Monitor the forecast there if you are there. There's like further north in eastern Mexico, more than 100, 200 millimeters in those other areas. So please stay safe in the Yucatan. But right when this goes into Central America, you see all that rain there. There'll be some very intense storms in Belize, in the Yucatan especially. A lot of periods of heavy rain throughout Guatemala, Belize, and the Yucatan. So please stay safe from those storms, lightning, maybe a gusty wind or two, and heavy rain. So please be aware. There's the GFS. It shows worst there, like the southern Yucatan, like more than 250 millimeters, 260, 211 millimeters. It has in northern Belize more than 100 millimeters. Belize Sea, so please stay safe. Further south, like 44 millimeters. Northern Honduras, it does have like 116 millimeters. And then later it has into Mexico, like more than 200 millimeters near Veracruz, some 100, 200. So please stay safe in Mexico. The icon has many spots in Mexico, more than 250 millimeters, 300 millimeters, 197. Let's see. It has some areas of 200 millimeters further north into eastern Mexico. So please stay safe from flooding. That might be very serious. If this crosses Mexico into the eastern Pacific, there might be heavy rain, like central to eastern Mexico too, later next week. The icon has more, like on the Yucatan, some intense rain there. So please be careful. There's the GFS I showed you. Let's see some models I didn't show you. Like, wait, these I showed you. Let's wait for it to load. So there's the Canadian I didn't show you. So let's see. This is until Tuesday, next Tuesday. The Canadian has more than 100 millimeters parts of Belize, Guatemala, northern Honduras, more than 100 millimeters. It has like parts of the Yucatan, more than 100, but in Mexico it has more than 200 millimeters there in Mexico. So please stay safe there. And like further out in time, there's the system near Puerto Rico and those areas also. So next 5 days, some showers, a storm or two there. Dominican Republic, Haiti, a storm or two. but shows more the Turks and Caicos in Cuba close to some 85 millimeters, 100 in eastern Cuba, southern Cuba, so please be aware of some more shower storm activity there. But as this system might get near Cuba and those areas, if I put this to the end, the next 7 to 8 days has more than 100 meters near the Turks and Caicos, near Cuba. He has this crossing Cuba, some more storms in the Cayman Islands in some areas. So please be aware. It depends on the model, but it does show a lot of storms in kind of those areas. The Eastern Caribbean still might get some shower storm activity, especially like in some eastern areas of Barbados, especially in Martinique, St. Lucia, maybe some more showers and storms, some 30 to 40 millimeters the next 5 days. So there still might be some showers and storms, as you can see here, from time to time. Some more storms, especially next Tuesday, shows more in the next week. So yeah, be aware, but nothing that crazy. So yeah, the wind gusts there are those very gusty winds near the Florida Keys with that cold front and the high pressure. So like more than 71 km per hour gusts near Key West, or like some 30 mile per hour gusts or 20 mile per hour gusts. And so like in the Western Caribbean, a little bit higher gusts in the ocean because of this. And then shows those gusts in Mexico near the Pacific, a little bit higher in the Gulf Coast of Mexico there because of this system. And yeah, eventually maybe a teeny big gust here near the Atlantic there and the Caribbean. Especially the European model shows next Monday and Tuesday there near Barbados and some areas. But that's just the European. The GFS like Como sees the icons a little bit gustier. And yeah, be aware those areas. So this mainly it. Please stay safe with this season in Central America. The heavy rain